owing to the level of unpredictability and just how crazy things get in Two's a Crowd, this might be one of my favourite of the Olsen books. I am currently rereading these. I read most of them as a child, and I think there were a few that were missing from my collection, but I'm currently rereading them, and this one I don't remember, or I didn't remember it. I don't know if I didn't read it back then, or if it just didn't leave an impression on me, but reading it now, I thoroughly enjoyed it. This is book 7 in the Two of a Kind series, and Ashley has a new friend. She has a new friend called Nicole. They're two peas in a pod. They love ballet, and, they get along really well. Mary-Kate's feeling left out, so she does something pretty horrific to get back at Ashley. And I will say, what she does is pretty awful, but at the same time, Ashley has been leaving her out, and Ashley did something pretty awful to Mary-Kate by basically betraying her. So there's a lot of, getting back at each other, and it just snowballs, and it really escalates really quickly, and they start doing really ludicrous things. The way it develops is really interesting because it's quite unpredictable. As I said, there are things that happen that I could have predicted, but the actions that they take and just how more severe it gets as it goes along is quite surprising. Maybe unbelievable, but actually maybe not. I don't know, I'm not a twin, so I'm not sure how much twins can actually get away with. But I think certainly it delivered the story very, very well. Kevin and Carrie are both in this a reasonable amount, mainly as mitigators. Carrie is not overly prominent in this, but she does have a little role to play, and I really like her. I always like Carrie. I wonder what the actress is doing now. She's great on the TV show. I think the way she's played in the TV show really echoes how she is as in the books. I feel like they got the casting there absolutely perfectly, and I say they got the casting perfectly. I'm not sure which came first. I thought the TV show came first, and these were novelizations. But the front cover of the book says, now a major TV series. I apologise if you can hear a child screaming outside. She does this every single day, and I have no idea why. This is one of my favourite books in the series. Granted, we're only 7 in, and there are about 40. We're almost getting towards the diary ones, which are really interesting, and they take a really interesting approach. I'm really looking forward to talking about those. But Two's a Crowd, I think, was brilliant. They're not aimed at me, they're not aimed at adult readers. I guess they are aimed at fans of Mary-Kate and Ashley, or of the show Two of a Kind. This one, I think, makes you look at the characters in a way that shows they're not perfect. Mary-Kate and Ashley fans like myself hail them as being perfect. Obviously, they're playing characters, but it just shows that everybody has flaws, everybody makes mistakes, and sometimes you don't always see that what you're doing is wrong. There were a few things in this that didn't happen that I thought would. Definitely kept me on my toes. Quick read, it's 112 pages according to Amazon. I don't have the book to hand to corroborate that, but it sounds about right. Definitely less than an hour's reading. For the target audience, 7 to 11 years, the language is great. It's very easy to get on with. If you are new to the Two of a Kind books and you don't know where to start, I'd say start at number 1, but if you just want to pick one at random, Two's a Crowd is a pretty great choice.